third-person shooter. I wouldn't say shooter, defender, that you kind of just caster. That's what it kind of is. So this is the main menu. You see TowerHero going across the screen. We got the menu that you can select with your mouse, or you can use controls. The game is also set up for Xbox, so you can use the controllers for that too. Right now I don't have the controller plugged in, so I'm just going to be using the PC. If you go to credits, you'll see the people that we used in the scene, the assets. We're all from Full Sail students. We got our producers and our developers over there on the bottom left. Let's go back. Let's go ahead and go to settings. You see we have windowed, non-windowed. Go back to the menu, change the music, and this is all with my keys. I could also be changing it with the mouse if I want. You can hear it gets louder and quieter. The game's actually kind of loud, so I like to keep everything pretty low. And so that was the settings. We go to controls. It tells you what this is. Now, the first time that you open the game, when you press new game, this automatically pops up. Um, After that, you have to go to this specifically to see the controls. You can see we got the keyboard, the mouse, and the gamepad so that you can play with whatever you want. Right now, I can't load a game because I haven't saved a game. I'll show you that later. So we're going to start a new game. It's our nice little asynchronous loading going on. See our little guys running into their house. They're all scared because they know the minions are coming. That little indicator shows where the wave comes from. The wave comes from a random 90 degrees on each side. And then if you see up top, up here, these are the two spells that you have. So right now I'm selected on one. That's when you switch. You see the not only the button highlight changes, but also the particle above your castle changes, which is pretty cool. You get to see like what you're doing currently. And then each spell has its own advantage and disadvantage. This one is the freezing one, which makes enemies shoot slower and move slower. We also have different enemies showing right now. So if you look at the gray minions, they are attacking the house. But if you look at the green enemies, they're archers and they're shooting after the wagon. They prioritize the wagon over the house. These ones also have armor, so when you hit them, you see a little shield pop up, which is cool. They also don't have a health bar until you actually shoot them. You can see down here, I have these three guys. When I shoot, all of a sudden their health bar pops up. And when you shoot, when a house gets hit, you'll see that the health bar expands quite a bit, and that's to indicate that hey, you're getting hit over here. Don't ignore it because there's a lot of things going on in the scene at the time. So to avoid it from being confused too much, we want you to see that things are getting shot from all over. So that's, as you can see, that's the left indication, and that'll continue to blink until I actually bring an enemy into the scene, which is pretty cool. I forgot to mention that there is an indicator in the top right, and that shows you when the boss is coming. So when the third wave is done and you've actually killed everybody, then the boss finally comes. So he happened to come right in front of me, which is awesome. We're gonna have to slow him down. He's moving a little too fast. So if you see that when I first shoot it, it's gonna do 1 damage, but if I charge it, it'll actually do a little bit more damage. So now it's doing 2 damage instead of 1 damage. Oh no, he's gonna kill me. Alright, so we beat him. So you've survived the first wave, and we unlocked 2 new spells. We unlocked Poison and Black Hole, and it tells you what they do here. A lot of people don't like reading, so if you just want to skip it, you can just skip it. It also tells you your level stats, so the completion time, the remaining mana, enemies killed, accuracy, which is pretty cool. You get to know how accurate you were. And then after you beat a level, you get taken to this spell book or enemies. Start you off on the enemies to let you know which enemies are coming first. So in this view, we have enemies and bosses. The first 2 that you see over here are ones that we've already seen. So when they're highlighted, you get all their information on the right. It gives you their basic information, how many times you've killed them. And then you also see the archer, how many times you killed him, tells you what they do. As you see, the archer is a weak range unit, attacks resources, and your wagons when in range. So that one prioritizes wagons when they're in range. These ones in red are the new ones that you're going to see. And this is kind of like to prepare you for battle, so you can select which enemies you actually want. So this is a raider. He's fast, and he prioritizes wagons. He ignores everything else until they are killed. So That's pretty awesome. And the tunneler, he goes underground. You can't hit him while he's underground, which is pretty awesome. As you see here, we have 12 different enemies, and our bosses, we have 11 different bosses. And I'll see what the new boss that's coming up. So then let's go to our spell deck so we can see what we unlocked. This is drop down. So this is our spell one. The buttons in this to select your spells are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is pretty awesome. Here we have this fireball. This gets unlocked at level 2. So we haven't beaten level 3, so it's not unlocked. Same with this. This gets unlocked at level 2. This gets unlocked at level 3. But we can look at what each spell does. So our black hole, it costs 18 mana. It forms a black hole, which instantly annihilates an enemy on contact. It can't affect bosses, and it only kills one person. The poison hinders buffs and does damage. The freeze, I already told you what that does. And then these aren't unlocked yet, so we can't select our ult. But when you beat the level, you get to upgrade based off the percentage of mana that you have left. So we have mana of 85%. That means that I had 15% when I actually beat the level, which is pretty cool. So it's kind of like you're trying to conserve your mana as much as you want, so that way at the end of the level you can upgrade everything that you can. So we're just gonna upgrade our starting mana twice. That's what I'm gonna do. Upgrade that twice so we get a bunch of starting mana, and I can just spam everything that I want. And then from here we can go back to the main menu if we want, or we can start the next level. If I go back to the main menu, I'm just gonna show you this. This goes here. Now the load game, we automatically save when you beat a level. So now I'm able to load a game. It's automatically saved. If I exit out and come back, I'll be able to start that. So, oh no, I clicked the wrong thing. I clicked new game. So I gotta beat this level again. Um, so the cursor actually goes on the edge of the screen. It actually rotates you. You can rotate slower or faster depending on how far you want to go. Q and E also rotate you. So if you want to just use the keyboard, you could just use that. It's pretty hard to just use the keyboard. We just added that as a function just in case people wanted to do that. Or on our laptops, we don't actually have mouses. So if you want to just use the keyboard, that's also an option. Um, it's hard to tell on the first spell, but the first spell, all the spells actually get larger as you charge them. So you can see right now it's a certain size, and it gets larger. So all the particles get bigger, and even the one on the screen on the castle. So if I change to freeze and I start charging this one, you see it starts growing, and the one on top of the castle is huge right now. So this is like a gigantic, huge circle that is everywhere right now, which is pretty cool to see. If you have a slow processor and you like spam all of your mana on a large particle system like this, usually you'll get some lag. My processor is actually really good, so I have like zero lag, even though I can't even see the enemy right now. It's pretty insane. I'm out of mana now, so I'm not going to get much of an upgrade. Got him. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but when you kill enemies, let's go. Depending on the amount of that you've charged, the enemies actually go further. So it's kind of fun to shoot them and make them go further. This is a dark stage, which is pretty cool because we got the little lights going on the houses. It's a little bit easier to distinctly pick out where the enemies are running to. But you see, when I kill him with a large charge, he went very far. If I just kill him with a short charge, then they kind of just drop dead at their feet. That's pretty cool. So when you want them to just go flying, you can be like, "Blow," and make them go flying across the level. So let's check out our new spells. We got poison, right? Bam. So that applies a particle effect on him to let you know that he's getting poisoned. You can charge this up and even do more poison. And now they're taking 10 damage a day, so they die very quickly, which is pretty fun. The black hole, we can see as soon as it hits him, it just takes him out. Just absolutely destroys. It's pretty cool. It costs a lot of mana though, so it's not recommended to use that one unless you have a strong enemy, which we haven't really unlocked any because we're brand new to this. They also leave in the scene. They'll leave that little particle that you see, and when the enemy runs into it, he'll actually die. So that's pretty cool. It never gets wasted unless you didn't aim correctly at all. It's nowhere near it. So we'll see after he gets done killing his house. He ran into it, so he died, which is pretty cool. All the enemies after they die, they just lay on the ground dead, which is pretty cool for eternity. And then you can see that also when you shoot, you leave a tile on the ground of a meteor that you kind of hit. You may have poked a hole in the ground with your spell. Those also stay until the end of the stage. Uh, we went through a lot to make sure that that didn't actually break the game. Like put 1,000 on the floor, it still won't crash because they're just barely nothing except for a game object and a sprite. That's pretty much it. So, all right, yay! So we beat the level. We unlocked 2 new spells. We unlocked Fireball and Napalm, and my accuracy was 66 this time, which is garbage. Okay. So let's go ahead and go to upgrades right away and upgrade our 90%. Let's go with house health because we need that to be safe. And remember, I started that new menu, so I didn't that new game, so I didn't actually save our mana from last time. So now we have these 2 new spells. So instead of choosing the first one, we can use Fireball, and let's do Napalm as well. Still can't unlock these 2 yet, and let's see what enemies are coming up. So we got the Demolisher. Demolitioner is a heavy infantry unit with a high health that prioritizes the tower and runs towards it after spawning. And this is the Infiltrator. He spawns as a wagon, so he tricks you into thinking that he's not an enemy, and he goes straight for your tower. So when he arrives at your tower, he starts automatically attacking it, which is super awesome. And our new enemy is a giant demolitioner. So let's see if we can beat this new level with our new spells. So we got our little minions coming around. And as the levels increase, we increase the number of houses, but we also increase the number of waves. So it gets a little bit harder. If you look at the top right, oh, look at the screen shake on there. If you look at the top right, you'll see that we're on wave 1, and now wave 2 is coming, but we increase the number of people that come per wave. So that's the new spell that we unlocked. I love the wiggly spell shootout from the top of the tower when you use different types of spells, which is pretty cool. Um, let's look at Napalm. So Napalm is a lot like Freeze, except for it doesn't freeze them; it just does more damage. So it's kind of like Poison, except for in a specific. And the area of effect is nowhere near the size of a Freeze. So let's go ahead and put a Poison on these guys because they're coming. So this is where you would probably want to use a Black Hole because it instantly kills these guys, even if they've got so much health. It just instantly kills them. We need to kill these guys. They're destroying everything. I don't want to lose this level. So when it's fully charged, it's just a huge, gigantic hole. Compared to a tiny one, it's not as big. It doesn't do as much damage, which is pretty fun. You get to kind of choose whether or not you want to charge all the way up or just spam your spells. Charging is kind of a guess because those spells wiggle so much sometimes. It's at a random spin, so you don't ever really know. I don't know if you guys noticed, but we also have rain in this level, so the rain is falling from the sky. It was the first time we put it in. It was a little bit too heavy, so we had to back off a little bit, so that it didn't like block your view completely. Oh yeah, black holes don't work on bosses, so when I try to use that, he's just gonna walk over. It doesn't actually affect. Just roast. And you see how much more damage a boss does. It's quite a. Oh god, he's gonna kill. I got him. So we unlock 2 new spells: the shield and conversion. Shield is pretty obvious; it pushes enemies out and stops projectiles. The conversion converts enemies to fight for you. So it's kind of like the black hole, except that it uses that enemy to fight with you. So it's even stronger than black hole, but it's very expensive. So I was 86% accurate that time, getting a little bit better. It's all kinds of enemies everywhere, so like kind of hard to miss at this point. Our new enemies that are coming in are the flanker. The flankers can appear from wherever, and I'm pretty sure these ones fall from the sky. This is the ogre. He's just like a giant. giant crush minion. He's huge and he has a lot of health. And we have a giant ogre boss as our new boss. So let's go to upgrades and increase our house health again because they're coming in strong. So we'll increase that. Let's go to our spellbooks and see what we unlocked as the new one. So we'll use the shield and we'll use the conversion. I kind of like the sniper because it's a little bit easier to aim. It's not as random as the other spells. It's purposely made it not to fly randomly. So let's go ahead and start the next level. All right. It's a snow level. Look at it snowing. We can change the background a little bit for everybody. All right. So let's go ahead and convert one of these ogres. Yeah. So he turns purple and he's going to go and start killing people for us, which is amazing. You see this flanker guy falling from the sky, which is pretty cool. So we got to make sure that we stop these guys because if you lose your tower, then you lose the game. So let's not lose the game right away. I don't want to lose yet. I'm a little bit better at my own game than most people. All right. So let's let the ogre kill the demolitioner and get these two tunnelers over here. Oh, he's actually got a tower. Oh, you see that flanker? He's coming in. He's coming in. Oh, two flankers coming in. That is not cool. Kill these little guys real quick. So we made it so that the ogres will not actually kill the bosses. So what we actually do is when the boss comes, they just automatically die. You can actually kill the converted units yourself by accident. Obviously, you don't want to do that on purpose. But oh, I forgot to show you guys the shield. So the shield's actually really cool. When when it's next to something, it won't allow the enemy to go to it. So he's gonna try to get to the house, but he can't get to it because the shield's in its way. If you shoot the shield very charged and you shoot it on top of an enemy, it'll actually push them back too. So that's kind of cool. This was actually kind of hard to balance out because you can kind of just mess with the enemy forever and just kind of freeze them. But there's enemies that get around this, so this guy's just kind of dumping me, and you can kill him very easily. Because you haven't even unlocked your ult. He just has a lot of armor and he's huge and does a ton of damage. Oh my god, destroying it. Also, conversion does not work on big enemies either, on bosses either. Oh Jesus! All right, so we unlocked the ultimate. The ultimate is in a gold boulder, and it's also gold border, and it's also square. This one deals 10 damage to enemies everywhere every time a meteor drops. So, ooh, my accuracy is 100%. I am a boss. Okay, so now we're starting to unlock it harder enemies, and since we're unlocking harder enemies, you know we need harder spells. So that's why we give you the ultimate. So this guy is a bomber. He's a fast unit. He has almost no health, but he charges straight towards your tower. And as the name says, bombs it bombs you and kills itself in the process. While it only has one attack, this is very devastating when it hits your tower, so be sure to eliminate them. And those guys are fast and they will destroy your tower. Probably one of the most common reasons why you lose the game. The shaman is a healer. It heals troops, but remember, poison stops buffs, so they can't heal if they're poisoned. So it's one of the perfect things to put a poison on. And we also have the drummer boss coming in. So the drummer boss, if there's any enemies left that are alive, it'll increase it'll increase their speed and attack speed. It also increases its own, but you definitely want to make sure there's no enemies left when this boss comes in. So let's go to our mana at 89% left. Let's go ahead and increase our house again. And I'm gonna have to increase my mana gain because I I didn't have 40%. Terrible, terrible. Okay, so let's go to our spell decks and select the meteor. It probably is already selected. You don't need to select that. I think I like napalm. Yeah, we're gonna leave that. And I love conversion. Everybody loves conversion. Gotta love that conversion. All right, let's start the next level. Here we go. Love the music in this game. Goes out to a credit of he wasn't actually a Full Sail student. He's just an audio engineer. He's in our credits. Great music designer. I really love the music. And so here's one of those bombers. How fast he is. He actually explodes. I don't know if you've seen that, but he explodes when he dies, which is pretty cool. I don't think I've showed you guys that you can't actually attack the tunnelers. Let's see if I can get a tunneler when he comes in. Oh, look, we got two infiltrators coming in. You see this? Look at them sneaky. Look at them sneaky. They think they're slick. They think they're slick. Let's kill them while we got the chance. Oh, the bomber! Ah! You see him explode that time? So a cool trick to do to protect your mana is to just put a shield around them and make them walk to a different enemy and then kill them. One of the best combos in the game. Let's go ahead and convert that ogre over there who's destroying it. All right. You see how it rejected the arrow? I don't know if you've seen there. Let's see if we have another archer. Uh-oh, I'm going to need a thing here. Let's get these guys away from our town. So it protected the tower, and the arrow actually hit themselves. Oh, we have a shaman somewhere who's healing people? Oh, no. No, this guy's healing people. That can't happen. You get him out of the way. So they're actually shooting off of the shield. Okay, so the boss is coming. So let's go ahead and use the ultimate for the boss. Where is he? So let's go ahead and use the ultimate just so we can see. Oh my god, he has so much armor. The ult is almost broken when I was dying. So he charged himself now, so you can see that he did. And he's got a lot of armor. Wow, I'm probably. Let's go ahead. Oh, thank God he's seen the house. He's seen the house. If he wouldn't have seen the house, I probably would have died. You see him send out that wave. Every time he sends out that wave, it's him charging the units. Yeah, all right, we got the. So we unlocked a new ultimate. This is rebuild. It heals half of the building's health, which is pretty good. Accuracy is 160, which means that I was actually killing more than one unit with per bullet, which is amazing. Because I'm just amazing. Okay, so we got two enemies left. Already seen the drummer, so we know what he does. We got an annihilator. It's a large siege ballista with a slow rate of fire but very high damage. They target wells and a tower. And if the wagon's in the way, they'll also attack that. So it's pretty awesome. I like to convert those enemies because they're super. And then we got the shaman box coming in, which will heal people. Let's go ahead and upgrade our stuff again. I'm gonna do house and starting mana again. And I think I'm gonna stay with my spells like. Alright. Ooh, another night level. Flanker coming in from the parachute. Let's convert this ogre guy over here. Charging the conversion is no point except for to make a big bubble. Because if you miss with the conversion, it does not stay on like the black hole, it'll stay for you. So if you miss, it's kind of not that bad. If you miss with the conversion, it's terrible. Let's convert both of these guys actually. They're gonna fight each other? They're fighting each other. Oh no, we have a drummer coming in. Okay. Let's go ahead and kill that drummer away. And I'm gonna need to put a shield around my house because people are trying to kill me. I might need to call the ultimate. Let's go ahead and call it in. Just watch people get rained on. Get rained on. Yeah. So it also kills your converted units, but whatever. When you're in need, there's nothing. So we're waiting for the timer on the top right there. All right, the boss is coming in. Let's go ahead and go to the right. It's the shaman boss. There's nobody left for you to heal, so you're pointless. She has no armor, but she's got a ton of. The point of her was fast, and did it pretty quick. Boom, you're dead. All right, so the last ultimate is infinite mana. You get infinite mana for a short amount of time. Let's go ahead and select one of our new ones. The new boss coming in, he's the Earth boss. He has a uh, power to protect himself, and hurl large boulders at your village. This enemy is armored, super armored. It's like an armor boss. 100% mana because I'm a boss. Let's go ahead and increase our power health. I don't know what just happened. And mana gain. Let's go next level. Oh, I forgot to select the new ultimate. I apologize for that. So let's go ahead and kill the buffers right away. Get them out of the way. And that bomber. Get him out of the way. Alright, let's see. You see these little guys? You can't shoot them while they're under the ground. You gotta wait for them to actually come above. What's cool is you can just put a nice little burner on them. So that way when they get there, they just start burning themselves to death. Oh, they're killing me. They're killing me. I can't let them kill my mana. Once you lose your mana, you can't gain mana anymore. Oh! He's buffing people. I need to. Oh, I'm probably gonna die. I need a shield. Give me the shield. Give me the shield. And I missed my conversion. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Okay, I converted him. Go ahead and kill this guy because he's just buffing people. It's insane amounts. We have a healer. You see the +0? At first, we weren't going to show you that you had a healer, but it's just too much of a hidden secret. Because, oh, I lost already. So that's our little lose animation when you lose. I'm going to go ahead and go back to the main menu, and we're going to load our game back at level 7. When you click on the game, it takes you to your little upgrades in case you forgot to upgrade something. And we're going to select our different alts. So let's see what happens on our rebuild. What's cool is with the rebuild, it actually builds destroyed houses. So if there's houses that are destroyed, it'll bring them back, but it only brings them back at 50%. Otherwise, it just adds 50% to your health. Let's go. Oh, we already got a buffer. This is insane. Oh, you know what? I could have used my other ultimate, but I can't hit with that conversion to save my life. Get off of my wagon. Can't see him. Can't see him. I need to rotate. Kill him for me. All right, drummer. That's enough of the buff. That's enough of the buff. Any other buffers trying to come in? Let's see. We do got another. See that? Oh, you can't convert the buffers either, which is kind of cool. I see I'm getting attacked. So let's go ahead and put a buff on this person over here. I'm starting to run out of mana. Thank God that guy restored my mana because let's go ahead and put a big lasting shield on ours. The longer you hold the shield, the longer the shield lasts too. So that's also pretty nice. Let's see if I'm destroying my mana. Let's go ahead and use our ultimate. The ultimate doesn't cost any mana. It's there for like a savior, but it doesn't come back for a very long time. All right, so this is the Earth boss. He's got a little Earth shrine around him, and he throws very strong projectiles. The only thing is, since he's so strong, he's got such a huge range that he'll actually shoot things that are pretty far away. So you have a good amount of time to kill him because he's gonna go find the next building to kill. And the Restorer ultimate is really good with him because he'll destroy the houses, and then you can just restore all the houses, and he'll actually go back and kill them all over again. So it's one of the best ultimates. He is completely destroying my houses, though. I'm not houses left after this. And he's got so much armor that even when I'm fully charged at a 20, I'm only doing 21. So this is pretty scary. Let's go ahead and see if we can hit him with one of his own projectiles. Is he throwing them at me already? Let's see. He's gonna throw the projectile. Hits. Nope, nope. It didn't bounce quite back at him. I didn't build it right. If you build it right, it'll go right back at you, which is pretty funny. So watch. Sometimes they'll just hit themselves with a projectile. Let's see if we can do it. See if we can do it right. Come on, hit him. Hit yourself with your own projectile. Nope, I missed. Okay, let's throw it here. He's throwing it at the wagon right now. Ugh, nope, not quite. Okay, one more time. Let's do it one more time. Put it right next to him. Hit yourself with your own projectile. I want to see it. Not working. Now see my ultimate came back. I can use it again. and all my houses get something, which is amazing. So now he's got to probably focus them after he kills my wagon, of course. And my wagon's dead. So when your wagon dies, it actually has a respawn time. This is pretty much like you rebuild. Uh oh. Oh shoot. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. So once it respawns, ah, God, I gotta kill this guy. He destroyed my wagon. I finally killed him. That was rough. That was rough. Wow, that was really rough. So then we have a water elemental. He gets stronger the closer he gets to the middle tower. Oh man. Oh, and I forgot to show. So let's go ahead and exit out of this. So this also brings you up here. Well, I mean, and we made it say forfeit because forfeit is like, oh, you resigning. It's not like quitting or leaving or backing out. It's like you give up. You give up. And then we're gonna go back to load game. We're gonna load up our snow level that we were just playing on, and let's go ahead and select our last alt for our infinite mana, and let's just take the strongest spells because we can. And let's just test out the infinite mana. Infinite mana. All right, here we go. So we got all kinds of minions running for their lives. We gotta save them. What's our job and duty as protectors? Let's just convert everybody. Oh wow, we got hit by a bomber. I didn't even realize. Okay, so now we're out of mana. So we press 5, and we have infinite mana. So we'll just convert everybody. That's what we'll do. Pretty fun little thing. It lasts for a little bit. I think. Oh come on! No, 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 no! I can't get the bombers. They're gonna kill me. Bombers are gonna. Look at this guy. Oh, is that him? One of these is fake. I don't know who the fake one is. Oh, I'm already out of mana because I was using the ones that I ran. Oh, so I did. I converted that wagon. So now that wagon actually goes and gets health from me, which is super sweet. You gotta admit, that's pretty cool. Oh, no, no, no! Oh, so the bombers got me. Actually, 3 bombers destroyed my life. So that's pretty much the game. There's not much more to show. We have one ultimate boss that actually shows that actually freezes you, so you can't do anything when he activates his ultimate. And he also brings you to the final stage, which where you have to go through every single boss. There's no waves. You just fight the bosses in order. So that one's pretty cool. Um, but you actually have to be pretty good at the game to get there, and I am not that good. So that is pretty much the game. Thank you for watching.